Hey folks, welcome back to the channel. Just wanted to do a little kind of update. They started the Alien event. Man, the website is horrible. This is like the trashy ass version, in my opinion. This is very convoluted and it's not easy to read. And I don't know what their direction is on the website, but this is our more traditional view of what we normally see down here at the bottom. I was just going to do a quick little overview of what is this when I click on this? See, this is more used to what I'm seeing. This is a better Alien Week non-human style ship for. It's interesting how there's these two sub tabs. Explore the inventory. What is this? Lucky humans get ships. Okay, it's weird. I don't know what. I guess these are your subcategories. So we're gonna do a quick little discussion. I was thinking about doing a tier series on this, but I think we'll just keep it at. So this ship, the Blade is flight mechanics are fantastic. It comes with the size one arrows. Um, Size one arrows, and out of the size ones, those are the ones that do the most damage. Those arrow missiles. Um, this ship can take a beating, and you could be missing part of one of the wings or the blades, and it maintain its flight characteristics. The only issue that I have with it is it's kind of dated. Like when you click on the when you hold down F on the cockpit, it doesn't show like inventory. You know how a lot of the ships got the 250 inventory. They haven't touched this or upgraded this. It kind of falls into that same, like, it's starting to feel dated like the Hornet. Um, but and the price point, I mean, if you think about it, it's got the same capability. It's in that same ballpark as like a Gladius and an Arrow that go for $100, $90 or $75. And so it's just, I mean, you could buy three. That's the only problem. Um, I went ahead and picked up one of these, and if I don't like it, I'll melt it. And then the issue, they're doing a rework on this. The Defender is the only alien ship that has the internal cockpit or the internal cargo, kind of like the Vanguard or the 300i, and that's kind of why I wanted to mess around with this. And if I don't like it, I'll just melt it. Um, the Glaive is supposed to be the big brother to the Blade. If it was me, I would have put the Glade next to the Blade because they're in that same family. And but they're doing a rework on this, and they're supposed to. So this is gonna get a complete. But we won't probably see that change for like 2 or 3 years down the road. So when you buy this, you have to know that you're buying a ship that is going to get a complete rework, and you're not going to see that rework for a long time. Um, I've heard that the flight characteristics on this are amazing, and the only issue is that the firepower is underwhelming. It's but it's flight ready. It flies fantastic. You can quantum around. You're just limited. It's the way that they kind of refer to it as a scout ship, and because it's got like the big frontal section, it takes you lose one of these little engine wings, and then you're done. But it's a little pricey. It's a little pricey for its capability set. It's underwhelming on the firepower, so it's kind of got a weird role. I would compete with like an Arrow if you think about it in that, but it's twice the price. The Merchantman, this is a ship that guys have been waiting for a long time, and when it comes out, it's going to be amazing. The issue is we probably won't see it for 2 or 3 years. And so it's kind of hard to throw money at something that you're not going to have access to. Now, so they say we'll raise the price, and probably when it comes out, it could be around the $800 to $900 range. I wouldn't be a bit surprised, but yeah, it's just so far out. I'll just wait. If I decide I want to get it, I'll just wait until next year's Invictus and pay the extra $50. The Nox, out of all of the hover vehicles, I think that this one's the best because it's got the smallest profile and it kind of fits that same role as like the Drake Dragonfly, but it's a third of the size, and so you can put it in a lot of things. Plus, it comes with the CF cannons. So the Nox is a good one. You know, I don't know. I might pick this up for testing, and if I don't like it, I'll melt it. You know, another big issue that I have with all of these is that they all come. Here, let me show you. They all come. So I'll give for example. Let me find something that is it's in concept, right? So if I say view offer, even in concept, it has 6 months insurance. It has 6 months insurance, even as a concept. And normally with concept ships, if you do war bond, there's no war bond option here, and there's no lifetime insurance option here, which I find. So all of the alien ships, you have to. So what I did is I got me the Warbond Fury, and then I upgraded it into the Talon. I added another $60 and picked up the Talon, and so that way I could have lifetime insurance on one of my Talons. And if I don't like it, I'll melt it. You know, that's kind of what I figured out, is that a lot of times, like I ended up melting probably 6 or 7 ships, because once you play a lot and you just realize you don't use them, and you fall within like the same 10 ships, and you realize that they're underwhelming and kind of poor in their design, or they're not feature complete, and you're like, here we are 3 years later, and it's still not feature complete, and I really find that I don't care for it much anymore. So you just melt it. You get your money back. I mean, you get store credit, and so you have that money on your account, and you can apply it towards something else. And so I know, like, for example, the Defender's got some issues, but you know, it's thirsty is what I hear. It's thirsty, but it's got pretty good armament, and it kind of fits into that medium role, even though they're calling it a light fighter, because it's a 2-seater. So I figure that might be good for doing bunkers. I also like how it's got the front ramp where the ramp comes down, you exit from the front. I like that a lot. So so I picked up the Defender. So this one, man, when you talk about the price point, it's just such, it's underwhelming. It's got some issues. It's supposed to be one of those drop ships. Like the drop ship, it's like the biggest oxymoron in the game right now, because there's really no first person shooter gameplay except for bunkers. So who are you gonna like drop ship on? You Jumptown? And then there's no like they show in the video of those guys that come out of the door and then like levitate to the ground. That doesn't exist. The door opens up and you fall to your death. So so it's just a door on the side of the ship, and it's not, you know, firepower is underwhelming. If you blow out a wing, then you lose your flight model. It's too expensive. This ship should be like $200. I would highly not recommend, in my opinion. Highly not recommend. You'll be dissatisfied. If you picked up one of these, you'd be happy. You picked up one of these, I think you'd be happy. This is way overpriced. You picked up one of these, you'd be happy. If you picked up one of these, you'd be very happy, but you would have a hard time getting around the display with the red. If you go and look at, I did a couple YouTube videos, and the dogfighting is amazing, but the red display is very difficult to get past. The Talons, I've heard really good things about Talons, so I picked up both Talons. I'll probably melt one if I don't like it, but you know, this comes with 4 size 4 hard points, and if you gimbal them, you get 4 size 3 hard points. And it's supposed to kind of be in that same ballpark as like a Gladius and an Arrow, and that's one of my favorite gameplay loops. And then I found this one interesting because it comes with 24 size 3 missiles. And that's an incredible amount of firepower for $100, because to get that same missile loadout, you would have to get like an Ion Inferno, an Inferno, or a Crusader Inferno, or a Crusader Ion has a similar loadout, and that's like a $250 ship. So for less than half the price, you get the same missile loadout as the Ion and Inferno. And I think that this will have superior stealth capability once they implement stealth into the game. I hate talking about feature sets that are not out yet, because like 4 years later they're still not out. So I would redact the stealth comment, but it's loadout, it's missile loadout. This is a missile boat. This is a straight up missile boat. So I enjoy this. So I figure I'll try it out. If I don't like it, I'll melt it, or I'll upgrade it. I'll melt it into something else. But that's kind of where we're at. They did introduce some new skins, which I thought was interesting. I picked up this skin because I like you guys know me. I like the aluminum look, the stainless steel kind of aluminum look. So I picked this one up for the Talon, and then I might pick up if they have. So they don't look at this, the Warbond 2400. This is your only way that you're going to get lifetime insurance. And what I like about this one versus some of the other packs, like let's say if you get a RSI pack, you're going to get, if you get the everything RSI pack, you're going to get like 7 Auroras, and you're going to get 4 Crusaders, which are all the same ship. And with this one, yes, the Talons are the same ship, but they're radically different loadouts. So it's not like the Auroras where there's just minute variations between the ships. Because I don't know about you, but if I buy a everything pack, I don't like paying $350 for a bunch of starter ships. I kind of feel like it's overly redundant. And but what you can see though is all of these are different ships. There's not a lot of duplications in here, right? That's the best part of this, is they're all separate individual ships, except for the 2 Talons. But I would argue that the loadouts are so radically different that they're really 2 different. You don't feel like you're buying, like with the Constellation. What's the Exploration, and then there's the Fighter. Like they're almost the same. I mean, the canopy's different, but they're like 85% the same ship. But you get the Prowler, like, but you get the Defender, the Nox, right? You get all of these are very different. So you don't feel like you're getting. So out of all of the everything packs, I'd argue that this is one of the better everything packs, because you're getting distinct. Like with the everything Anvil, it gave me 6 Hornets, and all the Hornets are busted. The flight models are busted on Hornets. Think about that. So I out of my everything Anvil pack, they're selling me $600 or $700 worth of ships that are all busted. Because I've got videos of it. But so I'm not advocating to buying a pack. I'm kind of a little frustrated with the Star Citizen. But if you were to buy a an everything pack, I would argue that this is one of the better deals. I'm not advocating it for it, but I'm just saying out of my experience with a lot of the ships and the way that they layer these packs, it is one of the better packs. This year they've gotten, you can see they've gotten some of the new skins, and I do like, they're kind of appealing to me on some of these, because they have that like aluminum look. So yeah, I just kind of wanted to go over it. My channel is not a Star Citizen channel, but I find that that's what I make most of my videos on, just to help the community, just to have an intelligent, active discussion about where stuff's at. But yeah, so if you could hit me with a like and a subscribe and a sub, and let me know what you think. Feedback is always welcome. If you disagree with any of my statements, just let me know. There's always an active discussion in the comment section. All right, folks, thanks for watching.